Yeah, hello. It's been a while. Wales versus New Zealand at home in Cardiff. So, if you haven't recognized it before, I'm actually Welsh. So, I do have a horse in this race. But Battle of the Tens. This game is really interesting because it's the first real game since the Rugby Championship. Of course, New Zealand played Japan last week. They got a win, but it was a very close game in the end. And Wales have been up and down over the last season or two. They've got a few players coming back, a few old heads on the pitch, and I think Wales are really playing for the win today. On the other hand, I think New Zealand are still testing things out before the Rugby World Cup. The awesome hooker Takeato is on the bench. I think he would be starting if this was really a game they were playing to win. But I think there are big matchups all over the park. None more so, as I put in the clip, than the tens. I think Gareth Ascombe, I think at 10, he's a New Zealander, born and bred. So he obviously has something to prove against his country of birth. And I think Richie Mo'unga, he hasn't had the best career in an All Blacks jersey, but I really think they're trying to prep him for the World Cup. So I think that game control, that one of the number 10s is going to take control of the game. You know, that's the way it goes in international rugby. Like, someone wins, someone loses. And I think Ascombe and Mo'unga, I think, is a real huge matchup. Whoever gets parity, particularly in the kicking game, I expect it to be a lot of kicking, to be honest. Not a particular fan of it, but that's just the way professional rugby goes these days. Whoever gets parity, not parity, but dominance in the kicking game is going to actually take the lead. In the centres, you got Barrett at outside centre up against George North. Now, as a Welshman, I fancy George North's chances against Barrett, but Barrett is a class player, you know. So, but he's unproven it's outside centre, so that's going to be a huge matchup. I think the wings are really interesting. You got a bulldozer on the wing for on the left wing for New Zealand. I forget his name now. The guy who never passes, but he's up against a new cap. And then you got Lightning Reese Zammit, Grease Lightning or Reese Lightning, you know, on the other wing. So that's going to be a challenge. Those are two very dangerous players on opposing teams. I think the back row is going to be good. You got Tipperick coming back. You got Artie Surveyor coming back at number 8 for New Zealand. If you watch my videos, he's a talisman for New Zealand. Absolutely phenomenal player. Can't rate him highly enough, to be honest. Playing in the back row myself in the second row, I really do like the way he plays, and the way he's a natural born leader. If you look at his career through like high school and everything, schoolboy rugby, he's always been a captain, or at least vice captain and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be a big plus for New Zealand coming into this game. But I think it's going to be close. Verdicts, or predictions I should say, not verdicts. Predictions are that I'm going to go for a Wales win. It's going to be very close. It's always dramatic between these two sides. You see, it's either dramatic or complete landslide for New Zealand. So I guess it's the same as every other nation. Obviously I'm biased, but I think Wales will shoot ahead early on. I think they'll get a couple of early tries, and then it will be for the Welsh team to hold out. New Zealand are going to come back. They're going to play well, I think, both teams. I think the kicking, that's why I put Battle of the Tens. I think the kicking game is going to be so crucial to this game, this match, and the outcome. If Moanga can get his stuff together and actually put New Zealand in good attacking positions in the final third, then I think they'll do well. Anscombe the same, but also I expect there to be quite a few up and unders. Up and unders, a high ball, you know. But a lot of kicking. The centre matchup is going to be really interesting. Moanga is blessed with, not Moanga, sorry, Ricky Ioane is blessed with a lot of pace, and he's going up against like George North is like the Captain America specimen on the other side. So that's going to be really interesting. Inside centre as well. Barrett against, I think it's Tompkins, who's having a great season. That's going to be really interesting because Barrett obviously hasn't played centre a lot. There's matchups all, like the front row is going to be an epic battle as well. De Groot is on the bench, and I really rate that guy. I think he's a fantastic prop and good in the loose too. Turnovers, ball carrying. I think it's a mistake to leave him out. So in all, I think New Zealand are looking ahead too much to the World Cup. They're trying to give like the number 2. They're playing him when he's obviously off form, and they're looking towards the World Cup. They're playing like Barrett inside centre, hasn't played there much before, looking towards the World Cup. So all their eyes are on the World Cup. So this is Wales' chance to actually get a win. I think it's going to be tough. You know, it's not going to be a pushover. But I think Wales, with the experience that they have, and like I said, there's a 10, Anscombe being a New Zealander, he has something to prove to those boys, and I think he's going to have a great game. It's going to be one extreme or the other. He's either going to have a blinder or a clanger. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be an epic battle, I think. Cardiff, the roof is closed, the crowd will be full. I think it's 75,000 now at the stadium, so it's going to be loud. Fireworks are going to be going off, you know, as is the Welsh way. It's going to be a spectacle, and like I say, Wales to win by a hair, but anything can happen. I think Wayne Barnes is the referee, so I expect a few cards, maybe even a sending off or 2, but that's part of the course now, unfortunately. So I'm going to watch it. Hope you do too and enjoy the game. All right, see you later.